online and we got people in person. You do know who my favorites are, right?
I hope so.
In person, yeah. I'm just kidding. Did I say that out loud? All right, how's everybody doing? All right, let's get some energy going. People will come in, share some things. Who's got some good news for us? Anything good? All right, Varel, let's hear it.
I sold my listing, got 2 more coming, and I have 2 that I put on the contract as well.
All right, good job, Varel, making it look easy. Cool. Come on in, plenty of seats. All right, anybody else have something exciting they want to share?
Individual, all on his own, organic contract.
And he didn't screw it up.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, he will not. He's got it under control.
I am mentoring him. It will go perfectly.
Oh. So if he does screw up, it's your fault.
Well, no, it would be kids who didn't listen.
Okay, I got it. All right, awesome.
Listen to your mama.
Wouldn't you want to go into business and be in business with your mom? Some people have. How many have started? How many of you got in the business because of a family member? Yeah, CW, it was your dad? Yeah. That was a couple of years ago. 48. Okay. Yeah, okay. There you go. I got into real estate because of my wife, so, right? I'm still here as my wife. Okay, awesome. Anybody else? Personal business? Yes, sir. It can be anything you want. Share something good. Oh, who? Yeah, tell us the family member.
Oh, my aunt.
Your aunt. Okay.
I got a new puppy.
You got a new puppy.
And so every night I'm up, I feel like a mom again. And my kids keep telling me, why are you holding it like a baby? You know, it's just 8 weeks old.
What is it again?
It's a multi-poo. It's okay. She's a multi-poo. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I've been up with the whole schedule at night, listening to the noises. And of course, I'm not following any of the rules. The kids are like, don't open that crate at night. But I do because I hear the noise. Can't help it. It's fun.
Wow.
Work on that.
Now you know what happens when you get a puppy. Like having a baby.
Yeah, I'm just like that with a baby.
Yeah, it's just like that with a baby.
Right now, if you open the crate, it's like your kid sleeping with you. So you're in for a long battle. Good luck. We could turn that into a coaching moment,
Yeah.
right? And where else is this showing up in your life that you need help on? Okay, anybody else? No one? Nothing exciting? Online? Okay, Norman, you ready to go to the PowerPoint? Because without the PowerPoint, I don't even know what to do. It all falls in logic. It's like a good presentation, right? You just follow a model and system and you stick to it. No more, you have to stay up late watching any more baseball games. That's over. Those are the longest games of all time. Well, that's what happens when your favorite team is in it and you watch it and you go, why do I want my team into this? This is stressful. Nobody else suffered from that? Some of you are like, what was the on baseball? What is that? Anybody go to the game? Nah, better to watch it at home. Okay, keep going. You going, Norman?
You got it.
I have the remote, the clicker. Got it. Okay, thank you. It's not moving now. All right, let's go back one. Next Wednesday, we're going to have a special not done before Veterans Day team meeting. So we're going to honor our veterans. That means they're active, retired, reserves, or spouse of, and we're going to recognize them. It's a real initiative done by Keller Williams. So on the Wednesday, we're going to make sure we recognize veteran is the next day. So the 10th, we're going to have a special. Join us. Let's give appreciation. We're going to have a few people talk and share about their stories. Cynthia will be there, right? What armed services? Who are you with?
First time that I'm hearing about it. I will absolutely.
Okay, great. Awesome. Good. Well, we put it together, and yet that's the Wednesday. So join us next week on Wednesday for the team meeting. And then on Thursday that night, we got bingo night. Anybody who've done bingo night before? Bingo is a nice thing. I've had to rearrange my schedule because bingo, I'm the only one who can call the numbers. I mean, it's really, I went to school for it. It's really tough. Nikki wanted to give me some help with some of the numbers and meanings, and we had to shut that down just for political reasons. And she was an interesting list.
Do you guys want me or Chad?
Yeah. Yes, let's be real. Okay, so join us 5:30, 7:30. Do they need RSVP for that?
Absolutely, because we do have a capacity restraint, right? We're going to limit it, so there is you should have got an email yesterday with an invitation link to register, and it's also on the Facebook group.
Yeah, great prizes. We got great partners. Johnson Development has gotten some builders and AMCAP. It's going to be a great night, so join us for that. All right, moving ahead. On November 17th, see how we're giving you warning, we're going to go back to a potluck dinner. So bring your favorite dish, right? We'll provide some meat and different things, and we're going to go back to a little bit of gratitude and potluck. If you're a little concerned of COVID and all that, we understand. Just don't join us, okay? It's the easiest and nicest way. If not, bring your favorite dish, and we'll have a good time in bringing that. That's been something in years past that's been well received in our market center. Yes.
What's the date?
That's 7. So this is, all right. So these are the team meeting dates. Next team meeting, Cynthia, is what? Yes.
You're gonna have veterans talking.
Yes.
So come.
Yes. That means you. Thank you. And the following Wednesday, she doesn't kind of go in alignment with me. We're working on that. And then the following Wednesday, which is the 17th, we'll still do a team meeting, and then we'll set everything up and have a great time. Okay, make sense? All right, and then save the date. We are going to have a Christmas party. We didn't have one last year. It's going to be at Constellation Field. It's December 30th. You're going to get 30th. The 3rd, thank you. I couldn't see it. The print was too small. That's the Friday, the first Friday in December. It starts at 7, I believe, right? 6:37. You're going to get an Eventbrite. It's going to come out. Obviously, there's no cost to you as a KW agent, but if you want to bring a spouse, they're welcome to come, and there is a charge. And I don't know if we determined that cost yet, have we? $50, says Dale. So join us for that. That's a lot of fun. It's Constellation Field, the lights and everything. It's plenty of room to spread out. It's why it's a great spot for us to host it. So join us then. All right, those are the announcements. You guys get all those? People say these are the first things that we hear about these. Next Wednesday is Veterans Team Meeting Day. Join us for that. If you are a veteran, meaning active, reserves, retired, or spouse of, we also need you to go to command and mark that on there so we can help to identify. Right now, Rebecca's helping us with this. We want to make sure we identify all those categories because I don't think we have a good feel for all the people that are in there. Okay? Yes. The print? Possibly. That's a good idea. When we went through COVID, nobody picked one up because they were never here and we were in virtual. Yes. Okay. And then we have bingo. Rearranged my schedule so I could be there to call numbers. I didn't trust Dale. Yes. That's a whole nother story, by the way. Potluck is in 2 weeks. Yes.
Can we say something about bingo?
Yes.
There is an Eventbrite. You guys, if you want to come to bingo, you need to go in and RSVP. We are doing it in-house only. It is not going to be done with the internet through Zoom. Can go, who can come, limited space
I'm not
here.
advertising that, but I would
60
stop
is our
somebody walking through the
maximum
door.
number. We don't allow some time for bingo. Great thing about that is it's in person, the builders that are bringing gifts, and have more time to be able to get face to face. They would prefer that, but it also logistically is a little easier for us to do it right here. questions on that? Excuse me? The email that was sent out yesterday to all of you all. There's an Eventbrite link at the bottom if you check on it. And what we were saying is that this will be in-house only. It will not be done via Zoom. We've got builders that are showing up and they want to get some FaceTime with all of you agents. So we would love to have anyone, if you guys are listening online right now, to RSVP. We're limited to 60 people max. per
We'll
the
we'll
room.
resend it out in an email and put it on the Facebook page as well.
Pinned to the top of the Facebook.
Yes.
Agents only. Any other questions?
No,
Got it.
it's your call. You're putting it together. I'm just reading numbers.
You got it.
Okay. All right, that's all the announcements. Krista's in the middle of transmittal. Yes, sir.
On that potluck, are we gonna have a list that's what?
You just bring your favorite dish. It always works out well. Yes. Yes. Okay, great. Nikki, come on up.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Chat is
Talk to
good.
them, yeah.
I'm a little offended that nobody voted for me for bingo, but it's okay. I'll get over it. So I have a big announcement. We ended the first month of the productivity coaching contest. The winning team won with 5 buyers under contract and 4 listings. And it's Team Brad. I don't know if he's online, but Gloria, Carol, Sherry, VD, Renee, and Tabitha were the part of the team. We are restarting. So if anybody wants to be part of this contest, please let us know. We are regrouping the teams and making it fun again for another month. I want to acknowledge all the agents that participated. The entirety was 14 listings and 16 buyers under contract. So
Good.
yeah, it was a great success. It's
They're out there.
listings are out there. PC team is up to get them. So we're putting up a big fight. And I think they're almost all under contract, by the way. So we're very proud of that. What we are working on for the next few weeks, I want the agents to know what is their value proposition. It is extremely important that we all know what is the value that we bring on the table, because if we don't know what our value is, how do we expect the person in front of us to know it? So we got together, we came up with 5 core values. And then everybody, of course, is different and will bring on the table their own. But we believe in fiduciary, absolutely, above all. Concierge, we all provide different services tailored to the client. Dedication, we're fully dedicated. You are not a number in our portfolio. You're gonna have our attention. Competence, we know how to run a proper CMA. We know what the value of a property is. And then we are chief negotiators. So we can negotiate on your behalf. And this is the reason why you should value what we do for you. We are not there to convince you to list with us or to hire us. We're there to let you know why you should. So this is what we've been working on. If you have any extra ideas, we have value proposition classes. We're always welcoming everybody. But the big piece is the accountability that the PC contest have been creating has been extremely powerful. I would say that more than 75% of the agents that are in the contest have a pipeline with clients. That is great. So if you want and you need in your life, in your business, help, and that it's something that you want to do, please reach out to us, anybody on the leadership team, and we're going to get you going.
Okay, great. All right,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. Marketing, okay. Did you have anything? We're going together or no?
I did want to bring.
Okay,
something
go
real
ahead.
Because I feel like it's important. I was gonna
Yes.
just skip through it, but a lot of you are taking bold right now. And even for those that aren't, Michael Flores, the bold coach, brought up something in step 2. And he was talking about your database and using the DTD2 system that KW has come up with. And he said, oh, you can put it into command, and he wasn't very detailed, and it's actually way more advanced than that. We actually show you how to do that, where you take your DTD2, you make tags on it, and our system, it's all about building your system, right? And our system provides it to where you don't have to do anything. You can set up the tag, set up your contact, set up the tag, and the system will let you know who you need to contact every single day. You don't have to do any work on it. It tells you these are the 5 people you're calling today. These are the 5 people you're calling tomorrow. These are the 5 people you're calling the next day to do your entire database every quarter. What's up, CW?
I just wanted to know if you have to go back to the database and tag.
Yes. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that easily. Okay, all right, that's all I want to
All
add. So
right,
come
great.
see us. Now, our class to show you that is called Farming Your Database. Look out for it in the first week of December, okay? So about 2.5, 3 weeks from now. All right, it'll be there. We'll remind you. I just wanted to bring it up while it was fresh from last week's bowl. Okay? What I got?
Okay, great. Let's jump into it. Gonna offer you got a couple announcements. Then I have a little bit of something I'd like to share with you. First off, if any of you read any real estate news, what did you just hear about Zillow? Yeah, so, yeah, well, peace out in that area for a while. So I wanted, one is, right, we have the iBuyer program. Zillow was a big contributor in that iBuyer program, and they went out and acquired a lot of properties. And a lot of those properties are now what?
Still on the market.
They're on the market or upside down. They paid more than they were worth. Now, we only know factual things. I don't know all the inner workings of Zillow and how it all works. Let's just put it, they are a disruptor. They're not going away, and they're spending billions of dollars to play in our area. In our area, they are our competitor. So in the iBuyer program, they've acquired a lot of properties, some markets a lot, and now they're going, we want them out. We're getting out of the game. They're going to lay off a significant workforce. They're going to liquidate those properties, and they're just going to cut their losses. So I have a few thoughts on it. Namesh had some thoughts on it as well. But here's what I want you to know is you're talking about, I'm just going to use the word billion-dollar operation and company. They are not our friends, by the way. So if any of you are sending Zillow money, you're sending money to somebody who wants to take you out of the business. That has not gone away. And they're also just make big decisions. And when they see on their spreadsheet, the iBuyer's not doing as well, we're underwater, they just cut it. Does that mean they won't get back into space? Don't know that for sure. It might be a little bit. And yet, also, when some of you are coming in and you're going, they got a Zillow offer and they're offering this, how do we ever compete? Anybody else had that scenario happen? We've had that. We had it as an ALD discussion. Now you know why they couldn't, and they need to get out of that or at least change their focus in the meantime. Now, that goes back to Nikki's point of the value proposition. Don't ever forget the value of what you bring to the table. You are a fiduciary. An internet Zestimate value can never determine the true value of a property. That takes a professional walking and understanding and the competency to understand the market and what's going on. I hope you guys resonate on that and shake it, because I don't think all of us really believe what we bring to the table. There's nothing like 48 years of experience of walking to the table and understanding the neighborhood and telling somebody what's going to take to sell their property. Now, I was just on there, and at the same time, last night I was watching the ball game and I saw OfferPad run their ad. Anybody seen their ad? It's really slick. It is beautiful, right? You don't have to have any showings. It shows screaming kids at the table, and you can do the easy button. We'll just show you what it's all about, and we can make you an offer, and they give them options, and it's really slick. Yes.
Designing your marketing.
See, we're just not in sync today. I mean, you queued him up and he still didn't even knock it out of the park. And yet, just so you know, Zillow's out of the iBuyer business. There's still iBuyer business out there, and they're in a similar way in strategies, and they're selling the easy button. And what happens is nobody fiduciary to walk them through that process and going, that's an option. Let's make sure we undiscover and disclose all the costs that are there, because there's a lot of costs. Any other, what else did you have on this that you think is important to cover?
Well, you hit the spot on the, we talk about being the local expert of choice, and that's exactly what Zillow is not, right? How did they operate behind the scenes? It was purely an algorithm. Their Zestimates are purely an algorithm. There's no body behind it. Okay, here's a quote that directly came from the Zillow CEO yesterday after their earnings call, right? He said, why are they out? They're out because we've determined that unpredictability in forecasting home prices far exceeds what we anticipated. All right. He said, fundamentally, we have been unable to predict the future pricing of homes to a level of accuracy that makes this safe business to be in. Basically, huh? Yeah, that's his way of saying we have no idea what we're doing when it comes to predicting home prices.
Right.
Whenever you have any pushback in a listing appointment about, well, that my Zestimate says this, or this is that, or this is the quote I got, this is material for you right here to say, hey, the top guy in this top $1 billion company is this is what he's saying about his business.
Laminated.
Absolutely.
Those of y'all
Okay.
old school.
Well, and it also
Yes, wear
goes,
it on a t-shirt.
it's not so much you need to talk bad about it. You just need to
No.
know what you bring to the table as a value proposition,
Absolutely.
and you cover that. And I'll still tell you today, get to your people first until they watch that ad and go, oh, I bet that person in the ad that says, oh, I want to do that, I want ease, and clicks the button. They're not in somebody's database who's dripping on them and staying top of mind. We win the battle when we build a database and we stay top of mind and we provide value. Look, whatever decision you make, I'd love just to be in the process and sit down with you and interview and make sure you're making the best decision.
Take it a step further and create your own ad.
And you could, yeah,
Right there.
because we do have a program that can similar to, because it's catching people's attention,
Right.
right? It's a disruptor. All you do is you put it out there and you catch people's eyeballs, and then it leads to the conversation.
Not working for Zillow, it's probably not working for the other iBuyer companies either. We're not ready to fit it yet.
Yeah,
And I
could
get
be.
it. And it could be us too, right? Yet the benefit of having us at the table is that we have a choice, and we're putting that choice in front of them, and it's their choice to make, and we're going to help them in whichever choice works out better for them,
Absolutely.
right? We're talking about value, and something passionate, for myself in this case, and being at Keller Williams, is that, what is our value? And the value is proven right here, is that we always talk about at KW that we want to make you guys the tech-enabled agent, right? As opposed to what Zillow and everybody else is, and that's having somebody that's the agent-enabled tech, right? Is there's still value in you as an agent and the professionalism that you provide, the fiduciary that you provide. You're just powered with the technology behind you, as opposed to the man being behind the technology.
But it means you have to actually do the work and get to know the technology so you can leverage it.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, moving, pivot, next one. Exciting news. The exciting news that we have, and you're going to go, what does this mean to you? Is that Keller Williams is providing, they're going to get in and provide a school of real estate. So this is starting back with pre-licensing. Anyone in the pre-licensing, and they come in and they meet with one of our leaders and they're interested in pursuing a real estate career, we will provide them with a free classes, licensing, right? Any of that. Now, if they want to go to in-person or Zoom, there could be a slight charge, but if they want to be self-paced, I'm going to learn this on my own and get it into it, we will now provide that at no cost for anyone who's interested. Yes.
Is that nationwide?
Right?
It is well, let me phrase that to you. It is being rolled out nationwide. Every state is different. Okay, so Texas is a part of it. We are a market center who is covering the cost to be a part of it as a market center. So this market center will be a part of it.
So other market centers, regardless of what state, they're making their own independent decisions.
Great.
on
That's right.
that.
But most, you're going to find somebody there who's interested in offering it to you. You go, what does this mean to you? Okay, so let's go back and let's talk about money. Anyone want to build more wealth and make more money? The ones that raised your hand, you're all set? Okay, just curious, right? I always go back to Kiyosaki's 4 quadrants. Anybody know Kiyosaki's 4 quadrants? This is from Rich Dad Poor Dad. Who's read Rich Dad Poor Dad? If you haven't, get it off the shelf and read it, but I'll give you a little summary of it. Over here, right, is called a JOB, or here is self-employed, right? So JOB or self-employed. How many of you fit on this category? If you got plenty of wealth coming in and you're still here, you guys are awesome. You choose to work just because you want to, and you can't get there. Now, Kiyosaki's over here is a business owner, and the last is an investor. Meaning, this is the flow of your money that comes into your household. In which box would you check it off? I trust that some of these are starting to move with you. You are in real estate. Hope we're buying and investing in real estate. I hope we're looking for other ways, right? You go, well, I'm into business by myself. But if you stopped working, would your business continue to run without you? If you were to go to the Mexico to live on the beach for a week, a month, 2 years, would your business continue to grow and earn money? If not, then you're not in this side. Here's the reality. 95% of the population lives here. 5% of the population lives here, meaning they have enough income to support their lifestyle they are today at this area. 95 and 5. So we know in the audience we're speaking to, we most live on this column. So you're going, what does the school have to do with this? The cool thing is we have profit share. All you need to do is connect people to the office. We now have a vehicle they can get it. It is an advantage, right? How much does Champions cost right now? Yeah. So now you have a value add to give to them. You connect them with us. We'll get them in the school, and the school will be more than just the classes. It is being overseen by a bold coach. So yes, we want them to pass the test, but if you have a bold coach who's teaching the pre-licensing, what do you think is going to be in there? How to get you off the ground and really talking about business and moving forward. Pam, yes.
So what I'm hearing is if we bring someone in leadership,
Yeah.
that the person goes through the real estate classes at the office's expense, but they would be in my downline.
Well, hold on, right? Because even though we get them into the school and we'll have them sign some sort of commitment letter, doesn't mean they have to join Keller Williams, right? So, but
if they
usually when we're
choose
attracted
to-
into it, but will we protect that? Yes. Now,
Okay.
remember, this could take what? How long does it take to pass your license? Some of you just did it. How long did it take you?
So would Keller Williams Southwest not ask them to sign a commitment for paying for their
Yeah,
classes?
we're gonna ask them to sign a commitment, but are we gonna go after it? We won't have enough time.
I do. No.
Okay. No, you do not either. You got to focus on business and growing it. But we're gonna do a commitment letter to keep on, and we can add on that commitment letter who is responsible for bringing you to the meeting. Okay, so your advantage of, we have a vehicle, it is an advantage, and yet you have an opportunity to grow profit share. If you're going, hey, I don't have much passive income, this doesn't cost you any money. You can be on this side as well, right? And this is the side I want to move toward. I don't know about you, but I'm constantly going, how do I get on that other side? And the cool thing is you're in real estate, and we better be ready moving forward. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Any questions about the schooling? We just got the code. So we signed some people up yesterday. I think Barbara did. So we're just starting it. Can we give you the code? We cannot. The code has to come through the office. So I think Barbara and Sydney are the only two in the office who can put somebody in. I don't even know how to do it by design, but I don't know how to do it. Kurt. Correct. It'll meet all the boxes. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We agree. That's why we're partnering with it and doing it as a market center. Yeah. Yeah. So your job is when you start seeing stuff, just throw it out there. Throw it out to your database. Who's interested in a real estate career, right? Because here's the reality. Now, some people, you got your drunk monkey going, oh my gosh, we're going to have more people in the industry, right? And some of you is, stop, that's always the cycle, right? As you look at, this is in the shift book, right? As you look at different ways, I call this income. Or we can call it GCI. In our industry right now, we're at an all-time high of available income in GCI. Didn't say it was easy to earn it. I know it's brutal out there, but when this goes up, what also goes up?
The agents.
Agents, people getting in the business. Some of you got in the business because of it. Great. We have some highly talented people that are getting in, right now. But if the GCI, what's available to earn, goes down, right? So does the agent count, meaning there are people who get out of the business. We know as a market center, if we have people that are committed to it, do what we ask to do, they're going to have success. Not everyone, but the models and systems are all provided for everyone. So what I'm telling you is don't overthink it. You connect it to us, we'll screen them and make sure they're really serious. Is real estate a lot of work? Yeah. Was it a lot of, somebody said to me last night, you could fill this in. Oh, it must be great to be in real estate right now. And how did I answer that, Linda? What would you say to that? No, it is a lot of work. It's brutal at times, right? They're going, oh, you just put a property on the market and it just sells. I said, whoa, I got to educate you this. In the summer, we saw as many as 30 offers and we had to choose the best one. Oh, by the way, that buyer was also putting an offer on another property. And we have this thing called an option period in Texas where they can terminate for no reason. And then they terminated and we had to turn around and sell it again. I wouldn't call it easy, right? It was brutal at times. So we got to keep educating people because I think in their head, and this was a highly educated person, we got to keep educating people along the way. And as a brokerage, that's just what we know. It goes up an inch. We're going to go out and grab talent. How many of you got into business in 2007, 8, or 9? Anyone in here? Got into the business. That's when I got into the business. I could tell you if we go on our top 20 board, there'll be a lot of top people are on there, got into business during this time. And then you got into 2008. What'd you experience? The shift. Are we going to experience a shift? Yeah. Is it going to look like 2007, 8, or 9? Not even close. It's going to look different. Oh yeah, by the way, I pulled this book out. Yeah, I'm just showing the class and they can see it too. You're online. This book is called Shift. Do you all have a copy of it? Okay. We experienced the shift in 2020. It's called a pandemic. Some of you ran and watched Netflix for 3 months, right? And some of it, and that's what people did. And yet we came out of that like a slingshot. I think CW got up here and said the exact words. He says, this is going to slow down and then it's going to slingshot. Wasn't that quote unquote? And what happened? It slingshotted. And then if you go is what's going to occur in next year in 2022? We still have such a lack of inventory. I don't even know where to even address that. We're not coming out of that right away. There's a flood and all things are doing it. But here's the tactic I wanted to read with you, right? Just bear with me another 5 to 10 minutes because this is awesome stuff. And this is finding the motivated. Anybody having trouble right now, finding the motivated. And let's just go finding the motivated sellers.
Yes.
Right? And so we got to be really intentional about, that's why I love bold, right? Bold is causing us to get into action again. I mean, we have people that have been in the business a long time that are sitting in bold. So Cynthia, I'm putting you on the spot. This is where you got to be in alignment. You're in the lobby the other day and you shared with me an activity you did and you go, oh, I was just meeting with this people. Who was it? Who did you meet with? She's meeting with so many people right now, she doesn't even know who it was. It was your house keeper.
Oh, yes.
It takes a moment for us to be on the same lane.
Yes, I've met with my housekeeper
And your housekeeper is around you all the time.
once a week.
And yet it took a bold activity for you to get in front of your housekeeper.
Yes, so I've been licensed for 2.5 years or 3 years or something, and she's been my housekeeper the entire time. And last week was the first time I asked her if she's looking to buy a house.
And her answer was?
Yes, she is.
Yes. And it was just a simple, bold activity. And it's not like you don't know how to do these things. It's just you needed to be in that environment to cause you to get into action.
And oh, by the way, she doesn't speak very good English. I don't speak very good Spanish. So I found somebody that could help me in this transaction so that we can get her where she needs to be.
That's awesome. Awesome. So simple things. So when we go find the motivated, it's really going to go back to the fundamentals, right? It is doubling down on visiting with your sphere. This is not complicated. It's calling people and making sure. And yet, here's what it says in here. This is a different shift, but it's all a shift, right? As leads become fewer, right? Let's call them seller leads. You must recognize the situation and make a concentrated effort to generate them. You can't sit back. Even with your housekeeper, you must be rigorous and resolute in your lead generation than ever before and more than anyone else. In fact, it's the time to shift your lead generating activities into the highest gear possible. I would tell you we need to do that as a market center when it comes to agents with listings. Because people say there's no inventory. There's inventory, it's just not for sale, right? Anybody bought a car recently? You don't even know what mine is. I think I have 5 drivers that are on my insurance and 5 cars. Pray for me in my insurance bill, right? And they're all boys. Okay.
Under the
And
age of-
anyways,
under the
we're
age of-
moving. Yes, we're all moving. We're always moving and doing vehicles, maybe getting rid of something or moving it around. But right now, it's like that's the worst time to be in because there is no inventory on the lot. I was talking to somebody today and they go, I think I have a vehicle that's a little bit priced too high and the payment's too much and it's just too much. I really love it. And I get calls from the dealership every day saying they'll pay me more than she paid for it. When have you ever heard that? Okay. Now that's just one aspect of this, but that is car dealerships calling people who just bought a car saying, we'll give you more than you paid for a new vehicle than you paid for it. I wonder if that is, you can't sit back. You must be more rigorous and resolute in your lead generation than ever before. And you're looking for one thing. The simple word is you got to find the motivated. You have to find the motivated. And we're going to see little shifts and pockets that occur along the way, but keep that in mind.
I mean, starting now is key, right? A lot of people are already starting to check out for the holidays, agent wise, right? So.
Well, we tell that
different.
in our head and we make up excuses.
Right.
So let's face the facts. It says on 51, lead generating to find potential customers just not be your favorite business subject. Anybody like talking about lead generating and get really excited when you wake up in the morning about it? But that's just the truth. Got to know our scripts, right, Murtis? Yes. It says in here, the gift of gab should never be mistaken for natural sales skill. You have to master the specific and meaningful scripts and dialogues and skills of lead generation really successful. You got to know what you're saying and you got to get involved. And that's why we create opportunities for you. Murtis, you're still in your group? What time? Okay. Every day? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you should be at Bold. If you're not, everybody else is at Bold. It's quiet when you walk around the market center, right? This is just good, fundamental, solid stuff. I could sit here and read this stuff all day.
And money generating conversations, 8 to 8:30 on Zoom.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
It says here, this is on page 54, to get back on track, there are 3 straightforward action steps you must take to get your sales business moving in the positive direction. Number 1, stop doing what doesn't work. Number 2, figure out what does work. And number 3, ramp it up. That's pretty good. I'll add another piece to there for some of you in here, and stop taking advice from people that are more jacked up than you are. Period. You're taking advice from somebody you don't aspire to be. That's what you also need to do. So look at your business, get coached on, look at somebody, make sure we stop doing the things that don't work. I always remember the story years back ago. This was Bernadette and Chris Hurley, right? They've since moved away. Chris Hurley shows up on some of your script practice, right, Cynthia? And he would go out and do open houses, right, every weekend. And so Bernadette would say, I was widowed on the weekends. And then they went back. He'd been doing it for a full year. And he loved to do them. And they went back and they tracked how many deals came from open houses. And guess what they found out? 0. Flat out 0. And if you've been here for years, if you ever, Chris Hurley was in the bullpen, he knew his script like that. He was awesome on the phone. So he'd go, stop doing the open houses. They're not working, right? Go do what works best for you, and then ramp it up and do more of it than ever before. That's how you find the motivated, okay, along the way. They're out there, by the way. There's a lot of motivated buyers and sellers. They're right in your home every day, right? Are we doing the right things to find them? And then the last piece, right, when we look at it, we got to understand our message and our method. So what is your message, right? And is your message a call to action, or is it just to say hi and to stay in front of them? Both can be effective along the way, but what is your message? And you have to choose what lane you're going to go down, okay? In the book, it talks about, is it getting them to make an offer? That means a direct. You need them to respond. Or is this just watching? There's a difference between the two. So if you're just doing a message to stay in front, hey, by the way, today, this weekend, what do we have? What happens this weekend? Yeah, daylight savings time. So our clock needs to go back. Everybody know that, right? It's later this year than ever. Maybe it's just me.
No, it is.
Okay, that would be a message. You're just watching it. Hey, I just wanted to give you a reminder. Don't forget to set back your clock. That's not going to cost somebody to pick up the phone and go, I'm so glad that message really resonated with me. I'm ready to sell my house now. But it'll be top of mind because we're going to brand it to them. If it's, hey, I believe your home is worth more than you realize. You're the car dealership calling them up. I believe we could get you a buyer in there today. Are you ready to sit down and run the numbers and see if it's possible for you to sell your home at this price? That would be a direct offer. We got to know the messaging when we set that up. That's smart plans or anything else, right? So we got to also know the method. Are we going to market, right? Meaning marketing, or are we going to prospect? Do you know the difference between marketing and prospect? And they're both effective. Marketing costs what? Money, right? Especially if you're going to send things, you're going to move it through it, and it can carry the message. Prospect is, I got to get a direct conversation. That's why in bold, we teach the 20 direct conversations back and forth in text, because we know that if you have 20 conversations every day, it'll fix all your problems in the world. If it doesn't, anybody taking bold right now? Raise your hand if you're in bold. Can you do awesome? Can you do one thing is don't lie about your contacts, right? Even though in the group, you don't want to let them down, because who you're really lying to? Yourself. Because it baffles me. Sharon, you've been there a couple times in bold. This is what? She quit counting. So she's been there a few times, double digits plus, right? and somebody that shows up every time and says, hey, I did my 100 contact, I did my 100 contacts, I did my 100 contacts. And then when it looks at under contract, 0. You're like, okay, 2 things. Either we're out of integrity or we need to really work on our skill. It's usually the integrity piece, right? So just be truthful, be transparent. Sure.
Just keep talking to everybody. And before you know it, at the end of the day, you've got 20 contacts,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then if you don't have their number, just ask them to put it in your phone. It's easier than making 20 calls.
Sure. Yeah. It could be text. No, it does work. It just, they can hear you online when you do that, by the way. Every time we hand somebody that mic and it doesn't go above, you're like, it's not working. It's for the people online. It's for the 40+ people who joined us in virtual land. So go back to what works, right? For you, study it, track it. And if this is, I love this book, we wait for a shift to occur before we go read it. To me, is one of the great sales books that we have at our disposal. This works in any market. And right now, we need to be motivated to find the motivated sellers, and they're out there, and there's more coming. Top producer came in the office and she goes, I got 4 listings that are coming right now this week. I had 4 listing appointments that I'm going to get. 3 of the 4 were older clients that were in the final. I don't hate to say final. They're in the next stage of their life and they're going into, they're downsizing, right? They're either going to assisted living, into apartment. They're getting out of their big home. And I said, wow, that's kind of interesting. They all showed up. They go, they probably needed to sell a year ago, but they just punted it down the road because they didn't want people in their home because of fear of COVID. And now they're ready to go. There's a niche, right? They're the motivator out there. I don't know where they're going to show up for you. Just start having conversations and be really intentional about it. Thoughts, ahas, stop talking, Chad. Either one of those is fine. I can do all these. That tactic 4 starts on page 49. Good section to go read to get you moving. All right. Anything else that we missed? Next Wednesday is what, Cynthia?
Veterans Day.
Yeah, we're going to recognize our veterans for that as well. So please join us. All right, our business partners, come on up. She was doing it right here. All right. Who's coming? We'll get out of your way.
Hello, my name is Yilin. I work for Reliant. I've been here for a few years. I was wondering, you guys don't have my phone number. Do you know where to find my phone number?
Everywhere.
So here's the one, okay?
Oh yeah, it's on the back wall if you want to find it.
In the mailroom and the kitchen, okay? So, I mean, the way the referral program works is like if your client sign up with me for the turn plan, you get $75. Home security, you get $250, okay? A lot of some people, like they would jump on it when they hear the referral program. Some people, and I take them for a few years, okay? This is an example, like last week, I mean, I finally add on the McDonald's senior coffee program, okay? Before I've been knowing those, they have the discount for the senior person, okay? But I never add on it until last week. It took me a few years to add on a saving, okay? But I mean, I'm inviting those people, if you're not joining the referral program, please join it, okay? You make a lot of money, okay? Thanks.
All right, thank you. Good stuff.
Hey,
Dale's letting you talk today?
he is.
Awesome, all
I kicked him
right.
out today.
Okay,
so
great.
I'm taking over.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm Catherine with AmCab. Some of you know me, some of you don't. Well, I'm in my little corner. It was brought to my attention that some agents don't know that we do the down payment assistance program. So first-time home buyers, they still have to qualify. They still have to have the income. They still have to have the credit. They still have to have some kind of money because that earnest money doesn't come from the down payment assistance. So they still have to have some money the down payment assistance goes towards the deposit, down payment, and closing costs. So we do them. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. As I said, they still have to qualify. Okay, credit score, job continuity. Okay.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
So Melissa said she couldn't make it.
Oh, yeah, she said.
She apologizes.
Yes, we covered, it was on a slide.
All right, and she's sorry that she can give you your fun fact today.
Is she not on and she can't share it? Is she not ready?
No, she had it.
Okay, got it.
But I can't read it. Sorry, guys.
Okay, awesome, okay. It won't click for me.
Oh. Amor?
More actually, but I have all her inventory sheets here. I actually did another book for you guys. I have double books, so guess what? There's lots of lunch. But in the meantime, we have inventory sheets for more for research, which is the opposite side of town of Pulse. So we're gonna allow them both to go ahead and present today. I also have something to hand out for all of you.
Most of your audience is
Sure,
there
no
too,
problem.
so got it.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Hello, hello there. Welcome. I am Roxanne Martin. I'm with Pulte. I'm
And-
Lori Tate. I'm with Pulte as well. We just want to visit with you. First of all, thank you so much for having us. I've done tons of work over 17 years in this industry with lots of people from your office. This is one of the best ones. Anytime someone walks in with a client from this office, I get excited because I know they're coming in with professional representation. I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about Pulte if you've never done business with us. Pulte's been in business for almost 70 years. We service the entire start to finish life cycle of the home purchase. So we've got our Syntex brand, which is entry level. So where you can still sneak in the very low 200s. We have our Pulte brand, which is targeted towards more of the move up buyer. Lori and I are going to talk to you about our specific communities. We have our Del Webb brand. Many of you may be familiar with Del Webb Sweetgrass. We just finished that out. And we have a property up in the Woodlands, and we are getting ready to open a Del Webb in Fulshire. So we're super excited about that. Laurie and I are here to chat with you for just a minute about our in-town communities. I'm in a community called Briarmont, and that's located, guys, just 5 minutes from the Galleria. We're on Dunvale, just north of Richmond, so kind of in between Richmond and Westheimer. You've got inventory sheets in there. We have inventory available. We have inventory ready for move-in before the end of the year. And we are paying 5% on that inventory that can move in before the end of the year. So we're super excited about that. When you come work with us, you're going to have what we hope to be a very professional experience. We're going to take good care of you, good care of your clients. All of that's very important to us. Lori?
So I'm at Avondale on Main Street, which is located seconds from our Texas Medical Center, filled with doctors, nurses, pharmacists, students. One of your very own realtors purchased a home in my neighborhood. She leased it out within 2 days and had a waiting list of other people to place elsewhere. We're thrilled to be here. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. Bring them over to the community, seconds from downtown as well.
Lori, what's your price point?
My price point's in the high 3s to the upper 4s. Still great community for investors. And we have a lot of inventory. I have 13 inventory homes ready between now and the end of the year, and then many more. So that's the great thing. We have
Briarmont,
inventory.
our price point, we're going to start out kind of mid 3s up into sort of low 4s. 2-story product, 3-story product, balconies, guest parking, nice wide streets. Briarmont also features a lovely pool and recreational center as well. So we would love to take, yes. Just, it is north of the West Park. So West Park, sort of the first thing north of the West Park is Richmond. It is inside the Beltway. It sure is. Just inside the Beltway, kind of sandwiched right in between Richmond and Westheimer. Yes. Absolutely. And in fact, they demolished that AMC and there is a new residential development going in there. So we're super excited about that. That's nothing but redevelopment for the area. Any other questions?
Good questions. Anybody else? That's a great investment opportunity is what I'm saying there.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
CW?
Yes, sir. They'll allow leasing a 6-month minimum lease.
6
So we're
months.
not looking for the Airbnb, VRBO stuff.
Good question.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Gated communities.
Both gated communities. I have a 30-foot product at in my neighborhood offering 4 bedrooms. I have an owner suite located on the first floor in one of my homes. We have yards, wide streets as well, extended driveways in some of our homes.
And these are things that are a little difficult to find in an in-town product, right? So really, I think sets our product apart from others. Thanks again for having us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. for
Appreciate you
lunch and
guys.
being out
Enjoy
here.
your lunch.
All right, thank you.
Come see us. Oh, let's see, business cards. Oh, Steve's passed them out already.